Beyond the Winning Post is brought to you by our stable of sponsors.
So what happens here is the trucks just come back into here,
Yep.
drop into a big intake pit, and then the boys inside just work out operationally just what raw material goes into what silo.
Okay.
So the truck goes in there, goes in through like a kitchen blender, takes out any rubbish or foreign matter, and then goes into the silos that it's going to be stored in it. So these are the kegs. We've normally got a yard full of those, but they're all out. So when they come back in, they get dry cleaned internally,
Yep.
and then wet cleaned outside, and they just sit there and then get filled up by the boys today or tomorrow and go back out onto the farm. There's the equivalent of 30 bags in each keg, so we've saved over 1 million bags being dumped over the last few years.
Wow.
Only available in the South Auckland, Waikato and Canterbury regions at the moment, just because it's so costly to bring the empty ones back, you know. But if we can find a way of doing it, we'd like to do it throughout the country. Yeah.
Take me right back to the start. Where did Dunstan all begin?
About 1986 started. Three of us. I was working for an animal health company, and my boss and his mate decided to get into extrusion, mainly for the pet food, cat and dog food market, and I was just fortunate, as it's turned out, that they came and approached me to see if I'd do the horse side of things. I had no interest in making feed. I was kicking around with a couple of guys. We were playing footy, and then they'd have to go home and feed up, and I couldn't understand what feed up was about, you know. And so a couple of times on a Saturday night, I'd go and help them, and they spent all night just putting bits and pieces into the buckets, you know, and I thought there must be an easier way and a quicker way to be able to get to the tavern after footy than have to go home and do that. So I thought I'd just try and develop a dummy feed where if the trainers weren't home, any dummy could feed for them. So I went to the UK, and I thought somebody would be doing it over there for sure, but I couldn't find anyone doing it there either. So I came home and just thought, well, we'll give it a go. So this is just the batching system. So they just punch in whatever particular diet we're making, or if somebody's particular diet we're making, the boys will punch it in here, and then all the ingredients just get into this batching system, which is really just a set of scales.
Okay.
And once it's all in there, it then just comes under us here, up this chute, and into the mixer, and that's where it gets mixed. Oils get added, molasses gets added after the process, it comes out through and then down into the bagging unit. So we come through here, this is just all the, you know, the vitamins and minerals and, you know, your methionines and what have you.
Yep.
Like calcium phosphates, your lysines, your vitamins. The average day here is the boys start in the mill at 4 a.m. and they go through they change shifts, and the last ones finish at 1 a.m. And the customer service role kicks in about 7:45. And then it all just builds up from there in those hours. And we've got a bunch of TMs doing a marvellous job out on the road. So and the rest of us up here, I suppose you could say that we're steering the operation, and those guys are doing a sterling job.
What are your main roles within the company?
Really just keeping in touch with the clients and maybe thinking where there's a new angle for something that the market there's a request in the market that's not being covered right now, and then going to our nutritionist and just talking about it with her and seeing if there is somewhere we can go or end up with that.
It's evident through your whole business that client relationships are really important and so personal. Is that something that's been really key to you? Yeah,
it is. It is. Probably, Emily, because when we first started, I struggled to fill a day in. So building the relationships with those clients, you know, they were probably sick of seeing me, and I was sick of eating their ginger nuts, but it was the only way I could fill the day, and we built bonds and friendships, and they're here 5 years later.
And I also noticed that sponsorship's a big part of the business.
Yes, it is. I mean, my passion has been thoroughbreds. It's extended now into, in the last couple of years, I've got a bit interested in the standardbred game, and we've developed that market there, and our sponsorship's great in that now. and a lot of the girls out on the road for us are passionate sport horse girls. So we've got this really broad spectrum, but my interest has been more the thoroughbred. I breed a couple every year, and I really enjoy the breeding side of things. I race. I still race quite a few horses, and yeah, just enjoy that as well. It's the whole thing. As far as racing was concerned, I was told I was too big for a jockey, so I decided to go down the administration role. Started off as a steward of the Waikato Racing Club, and then ended up as chair there for 11 years, and did a 5-year stint on New Zealand thoroughbred racing. So all the stuff is made today.
Yep.
And pretty much goes out tonight or early tomorrow morning and goes out onto the farm. So
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff going on farm can be a matter of a few hours old.
There must be a big team involved in coming up with the products that you need, nutrition,
Yep.
what everyone's requirements are.
Yeah, we've got a champion nutritionist, so she does all the technical stuff. And then we've got I think 6 or 7 territory managers around the country, and they're out there just selling it, and then it all comes back to the customer services role, backed up by all the admin, and then of course the guys out here who do such a great job. And then isn't really finished then, they put it on the truck, and then it's up to that driver to get it to the farm safely, whether it's locally or whether it's in the deep south.
What about the future for Dunstan? Is there goals you still want to kick?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if there's something that we can improve the athlete's performance by, we'd love to get into that, as long as it's legal. So yeah, we're a long way from finished. We certainly are. You know, we're only halfway through the journey, and we look forward to it. I think everyone in the company, we're so fortunate. Our guys in the mill have been with us for such a long period of time. We never advertise for staff there, and we're just fortunate that everyone gets out of bed in the morning and thinks it's work day, you know.
What do you think was the main thing that attracted you to racing?
I was born on the Turapa racecourse, and my parents weren't really interested in racing, but it was that colour and that vibe when you're a young bloke growing up, and Turapa was a big training centre in those days, and so all around us was horses, and it was just sort of you could feel the excitement, I think, even on a quiet Wednesday morning at the track there. You know, there was still hype around it for me, and I think that just drew me into it in time. Yeah.
Why do you do what you do?
Well, I suppose we're passionate about it, we love it, and we enjoy seeing the results. So whether we're at the races or we're at the show this weekend, whether we're tasting victory ourselves or we're seeing clients, and some of those clients have got owners who never even thought about what the horse eats, you know, but you can see the satisfaction and excitement they're experiencing right there and then, and you get a little bit of a buzz out of that. So it all just started off as separate cereals.
Yep.
In the silos. Through there, the silos all just got into that batching, that big long trough sort of thing. Came up, it's been mixed up, had oils and molasses added to it, come through, and now here it is in this form. You can feel how sticky and it's alive.
Yeah.
You know, you squeeze it and it just keeps expanding. You can tell how fresh it is.
And that's going out to the stables?
That'll be on farm tomorrow.
Which is so fresh, yeah.
Yeah, may win a Group 1 race Saturday.
Fingers crossed.